Hey everybody. All right. So hour 2 of this. He draws all his Stalbor's eyes out there. Stalbor sees the at least 3 of the druids about, and then he looks back at Stalbor. His look at his face is once again not threatening. It's not meant to be threatening. He's not saying this is definitely happening now. You know, he's just letting you know.
Stalbor says the same thing. You can try, but he'd say that in common.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How close is Reich to me?
Okay. Reich is probably right next to you. You and Reich are like right next to Kieran, so within feet of each other.
While this conversation's happening, I see the threateningness. I'm gonna hand Reich a vial.
There's no threateningness.
Well, I see the orcs. No,
only Stalbor.
Oh, I don't see the orcs.
Even if it's not threatening, it's still tense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't do that then.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Reich.
It's fine. Tis life. Yeah. So
I'm just prepared to defend myself.
Yeah, my weapon's out, and I'm standing still right in front of Kieran.
Okay.
Yeah, Kieran's not going to be the aggressor on this. I just had the prepared action if he tries to cast a psionic ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm just going to blow his brains off if he goes near me.
It's true.
If he fucking touches me, I'll kill his family. I'm not going to be aggressive here.
Unfortunately, he is going to go near you, but that's because even though all 3 of you are sitting next to each other, completely next to each other, he'll actually look directly at Reich and walk up to Reich. Like, clearly his attention is on Reich. So he's walking up to all 3 of you, but he's walking straight up to Reich.
I tense up, but I don't move into an aggressive position.
Yeah, like you can see my hand grasp my sword a little tighter, a little white knuckled, but I don't actually draw it yet.
Okay. So he stands there directly in front of Reich, and looks at you, and he kind of like holds your gaze for a few moments, and you can see he's like thinking for a few moments, and then he switches to speaking once again Goblin, but like the perfect tongue, the diction, everything of specifically your clan, and he says to you, "Your kind are strong-minded and capable of handling more than their years would usually allow. May I show you something?" This is out loud to you.
Okay, so I can hear this too.
Yes, and you understand it perfectly.
Yep.
I kind of look at Stalbor. Stalbor doesn't seem like weird at all, right? After
I'm a little weird about. He would be kind of not like blissed out, but you know, I mean, he walked over to Kieran and just like grabbed their face.
Yeah.
Which even Stalbor being weird wouldn't do that.
Reich, don't let him into your mind. We don't.
If you look at Stalbor, Stalbor nods.
Don't let him into his mind.
No, I mean, I can't hear what you're saying, but I imagine I know what that look is because I've got it down. So I do nod, although it would be a sort of wary, like, "Hey, you're your own man, right?"
I want to know. I look at him. I look at Kieran. I look back to him, and I say, What is it you intend on showing me?"
Your past and a future that she can bring.
You're gonna make us all want to kill Kieran?
Oh man, that's too juicy for Reich. He stands there for a few moments, just thinking over like the many possibilities, and then I look back at him and I say, "Then show me."
So, understanding fully that Reich is not the same kind of person as Stalbor. Reich is younger by countless decades. Reich doesn't have the same kind of mental fortitude he does and all of that. He's not an idiot. So he doesn't do the same kind of like 2-hand cradling of Reich that he did with Stalbor. He actually does like a 3-finger grab, almost like you would imagine Spock does to people when he does the mind meld, right? So he does a 3-finger grab to Reich and touches his mind in a specific area. So Reich's experience is not as intense as Stalbor's. Instead, Reich, your mind is flooded with horrors, but you're not within them. You just see them. You just see these horrors and how they're impacting the world. Not killing countless peoples, not destroying forests, but the very fabric of the world itself being altered by the presence of these horrors. Most of them completely blow past you like Like, just, this is fucking chaos. Could you do me a favor and roll me an intelligence save, please?
That's not going to be great.
You never know. Okay. I'll ask.
I actually will go ahead and give myself the old action point of Rooney.
This session today brought to you by Action Points. Blogo.
Oh, come on, 6.
Okay, feel free to give your daddies over to give us more action points so we don't become mental brain slug people.
So what happens is, as you're looking at these things, you're actually able to focus on them. You're actually able to get enough clarity of mind well enough that you can see these creatures and see the form of what they are, see the chaotic creatures that they are. But that doesn't matter. Never mind the memories that you're forming of these images that you're seeing. They're drawing memories of things that you've learned. You are very, very, very much trained in your culture of what your culture did, the amazing things that they brought to this continent, and how and why they fell. That is literally what your character studied his entire childhood, beyond, murdering things. So when you see a few of these creatures, when you see the floating orb that seems to have an eye in the front of it and stalks coming off of it, when you see this slug-like creature swimming extremely fast, somewhat shaped like a shark, through murky waters, when you see these things, you realize what this person is referring to. You understand the horrors that he's referring to. And so as you pull yourself back, you don't get these huge waves of needing to act out in a chaotic way, because he didn't give you the full-blown understanding that Stalbor's shaking for the rest of his reality because of this. You just have an understanding, right? You don't feel a chaotic action needing to happen, but you understand what he's referring to. So now that finishes, and then he looks at you. Again, no expression, at least not at this moment.
I just kind of step back, blinking for a few moments. I rub my eyes. I look back at him, and I say, "I've seen that before, in books, in pictures. What is it what is it that you fear she will do?"
And so, with that one, he actually will hold up his hands, like the 3 fingers like he had beforehand, not touching you. And I'll actually turn it, very quickly. Sorry, the pumpkin spice, because I'm eating pumpkin pie. We'll turn his hand very quickly and slightly in quick jerking motion. And you will, all of a sudden, you see in your mind a different image forms in, almost like he's still inside there. He still has a seed in your mind. You see a different image, that of a seal, built into a ground, a seal that has all these crazy arcane runes over it. I mean, you remember reading about seals, but you've never seen one before. But then you see the seal cracking, and you start to see energies pouring through it. But then you don't actually see it completely shatter apart and things just literally energies pouring through it as it's cracking. That's what you see. Can you do me a favor, Eric? Can you roll me another intelligence save?
Action points for days. I'm glad I saved all of mine until today, because
yeah, I actually had overflow action points, and I'm glad to get rid of them.
Yeah,
I can't blow another action point.
it's not even worth it. You have a 7.
So so when he does that, once again, you get these images in your mind and you see that happening, and that's how he answers your question.
I just, once again, just completely stunned by the by that. I kind of sit there blinking for a few moments and sit in thought.
Mm-hmm.
I look back up at him, and I don't know what he wants from me.
No,
I say,
Luca's just gonna be like, "Reich, you all right?"
I'm gonna be
Yes.
creating spell slots, the sorcery points.
go right ahead.
I say,
You have an endless
I say-
amount of time right now to do that, so tell me how many
I
you
know.
keep in your pool.
Mm-hmm.
I actually say in common, so the whole party can understand. I say, yes, he showed me visions of what was, and what could be. I look back at him and I say, though I am ought to believe that these are falsified images, as I know those are easy to create. I believe you, sincerely. I believe that these there is truth to what you showed me. But
I want to point out, by the way, that this is a mindfuckery creature who can read your mind, tell what languages you speak, and create images to terrify you, and you are letting him into your mind and then believing him. Right.
Yes.
I have a question. Would Luca know of like people predicting the futures? Like, is that like even anywhere near common thing for him?
I mean, there are people that study divination.
Right.
That is a thing. There are people that speak to gods and get visions that way. That is a thing. Those are those are definitive things.
Right.
It's not super common. Divination magic is not super common in your country that you grew up in. So you would have very little experience with them. However, you've still heard of them. You know what I mean? And you've heard of prophecies. So.
Okay. All right. Luca's just gonna wait. Reich says he's fine. He says there might be false images. He doesn't really reply to it.
I look at him and I say, I do truly believe what you showed me, but the gods above, the ones who created us with free will, and by that notion, I must believe that the only true, inalienable right of mortal kind is free will. If Kieran will not submit to what you've asked, then she will not submit. And if you try to force her, then I will fight. And if need be, I will die. I look at him and I say, I do not know what it is.
I'm going to interrupt you in your speech.
Cool.
Your opinions do not matter. Your life does not matter. Her inalienable, alienable, or any form of right does not matter. This battle matters because this battle is for everything, not for one person. Not
if individuals
one
aren't
soul.
important, then what's the point?
He's speaking in Goblin, so if you
Damn.
understand Goblin,
Yeah.
Never mind.
So if he's speaking Goblin, saying all that, I'm just gonna not interrupt him. Wait for him to say his piece.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, listen, we just want to leave, and we'll let you do you.
Like, we're getting to some existential bullshit.
Yeah, Luca's like, I was really intrigued by this whole thing.
Of course.
Now, not only am I kind of creeped out by it, I don't want to be here anymore. So he's gonna be kind of like, we're gonna do our business. You're not gonna stop us from doing that, and we're gonna let you go back to doing whatever you do with your visions and your future seeings and all that. But we're gonna go.
You fucking
You are
voodoo.
entirely welcome to leave, but she is a threat with the chaos of her mind and the understanding that this place exists.
We all understand it exists.
But your mind is not chaos.
That's fair. Her mind is chaos.
Should she
She
arrive
doesn't want
here?
you to do it.
Should she arrive here with you or alone, she would be slaughtered. That's not my concern.
That's fine.
My concern is what her mind can do while she is here. There is more magic to thoughts than you could even begin to understand. Well, without a few years training.
I'm going to start speaking in common now and be like, sure, I completely get it. She's chaotic, and I'll like lend a hand toward her.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of crazy. We've accepted it, and it's helped us. So you can either accept it, and maybe it will help you, or you can just let us go, and you don't have to deal with it ever again.
Crazy.
I
Is
will
not
tell
what
you
concerns me.
that if you ever make me forget and I do remember, I will come back and I will destroy your world.
See, you see that? Just
He
let us
says-
go.
And so, not gesturing to her, but as soon as
Stop
he says
it.
that, he says,
No.
and it's not craziness that concerns me. It's madness. There's a die on my face.
Yeah, there is. Well,
Meanwhile, I hope your face would die.
Huh. Oh.
Hey, got him.
Yeah, so he finished saying it's madness, right? And so, Kieran, you are intimidating. There's no question about that.
Mm-hmm.
However, you can see that this person is 100% completely
Yeah.
given to whatever it is that he believes is to be
Mm-hmm.
true. And like you're like, yeah, I'm totally gonna kill you if I remember things. And he's like, well, I'm willing to die now to make sure that you don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
You know
I
what
know.
I mean?
I get it.
But anyway, so he's standing there and simply saying to you, "I'm not looking to take any part of her, and I'm not looking to take her from you. These are actions that you are going to bring about if you're not willing to work."
I think we've been pretty willing. These two let you into their minds.
Willing to understand, but still ignorant.
I'm going to turn to Kieran, and I'm going to say, Kieran, do you want to just go? Like, I still don't even know if there's orcs surrounding us at any point. So I'm like, Kieran, do you want to leave? Is you okay with leaving?
Let's go.
Let's leave.
I say to you, the choice is not between leaving and staying. The choice is between fighting and submitting.
If we leave,
fighting and forgetting.
If we leave and he attacks us, I won't feel bad when I put my longsword through him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you won't feel bad, Luca.
You'll feel bad if I leave and he attacks me, that I attack back, I defend myself?
He's bigger than us.
I agree.
I'm forced to disagree with you.
He will stand there and say, "You are welcome to leave. I will not stop you.
See?
I'm giving you an option, and you are welcome to take it or you're welcome to not. But I will not stop you."
I look at the other two like, see? He won't stop us. He doesn't believe it, but at the same time, he's like...
Reich just actually physically just face palms.
Luke is a little bit intimidated, but he's like trying to play the cool.
Luca, he will not let us leave without Kieran forgetting. And Kieran.
So now you're calling him a liar?
No, I'm saying that you are misinterpreting him. I looked at him and I say, "Is it true that if we simply walk away now, you will attempt to make Kieran forget?"
If you choose to walk through these... just ate a piece of pie and you asked me a question, you bastard. He says, "I have to swallow it quickly instead of savoring it." So he says, "If you choose to turn your back on me and walk away now, I will not pursue you. I will not follow after your steps."
See? All right, Kieran, come on. He like grabs your arm, like you actually know he has a sword out and his shield. Well, not a sword out, but a shield out. So he's gonna just be like, "Come on," give her a nudge and start walking. Toward the way we came. He's cautious about it. Like he's keeping an eye, like side eye. He's definitely giving this guy side eye.
I still have myself prepared.
He's starting to walk away.
I don't believe.
I don't believe it.
You guys start walking away. I guess I just walk up to Reich. I imagine Reich isn't walking away either.
Nope, I'm just standing. I'm looking at him. I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen.
Someone straight up just puts his hand on Reich's back, just
completely tensed up. Reich just looks at him.
Should I do the thing where I make the boom and then I go, and we start combat?
No.
Did Luca?
No. That hurt me, and it knocked Reich out. I had to go pick him up. Let's not do that.
The Star Wars was fine with it.
Because he went with you.
Reich is really fucked.
You can see that Reich's hurt.
Really bad.
You still got a concussion.
I'm still holding my side. I'm all kinds of messed up for the fight.
You keep saying that, Stalbor. You keep saying I give people concussions. I've never seen...
Stalbor isn't saying that.
Anybody have a concussion.
Why can you believe anything Reich's seeing right now? He's fucking concussed.
Yeah, let's just walk away, Kieran. It's the least threatening thing we can do.
No, Kieran's going with you.
Yeah. Well, you're saying should you boom? I'm saying no. Let's just walk away. It's the least threatening.
Yeah, but what if he does something? Should I
don't
do that?
If he does something, don't boom. You can if he does something, attack him. Go ahead. Just don't.
Stream announcement. It's Ollie's birthday in 1 hour.
I mean, this might be my birthday.
It's been Ollie's birthday.
No, it's not. Not in America.
Yeah, I'm not in America. Weirdly enough.
Yeah, funnily enough.
I think the most American thing ever. It's not your birthday until we say it is.
Yeah.
Stop it, man. Ollie, it's your birthday for 24 hours a day, and it ain't started yet.
Scott's gonna be the guy that 11:59 tomorrow. He will wish you a happy birthday.
I used to do that, and then I started forgetting people's birthdays. So.
Yeah. Anyway. Kieran and Luca walk away. Me and Reich stay.
Yeah. This guy does he do anything?
Oh. He just watches after, but he doesn't follow.
See? Guys, come on.
I look between the creature, right, and them once. And then I pat right side. Come.
I don't sheathe my blade, and I look at him for like a long moment. Just like I just stare at this creature for a long moment, and then I'll turn and walk.
I'm gonna look at Kieran.
When you're walking, like I imagine Mike doesn't say anything and stuff. Just like, yeah,
You're looking at me, and like she like is still obviously like on edge, prepared to cast a spell, but she's walking with you.
I'm gonna say like, we said we'd leave. He said no. We said we'd leave. He said no. We said we'd leave. Now he says yeah. We really need to be cautious.
It's probably a fucking trap.
No, it could be. We just need to be cautious.
And honestly, he could have like inception their minds. We have no idea what happened to them. There could be like a little alien creature living in their brains for all we know.
We need to be wary of them as well. Reich still seemed to threaten the thing, so it couldn't have been that bad.
It hasn't hatched yet.
There's an egg in his head, and it hasn't hatched yet.
It could be.
Karen, actually, you want to go forget some stuff? Maybe that will help us.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up,
he says it jokingly, completely.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna I'm gonna keep walking away from this tree.
Yeah.